This is not a predictions video. This is a video of who would shock the hell out of you. And no, I don't mean that out of hype. I mean that out of just sheer, like, I never thought of that. I would like to present to you 6 characters for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that would make you go, what? And that is not in like a negative way or like a hype way. This pass has not gone in any way the way I thought it would. Like, I don't think anybody predicted frickin' Steve, Min, Sephiroth, and that's something I am severely loving about this pass. So let's dabble into this idea that the rest of these characters could just be super duper surprises. I don't think that's how it's gonna go, but just in a hypothetical world, humor me in this conversation and let's just share our thoughts on very surprising Smash Bros characters that you might not have wanted, but you're just like, I get it. At the end of this, out of these 6, I will say the 3 that I personally would find the most likely, but again, I don't expect this at all to happen in the past. It is just purely a for fun conversation. Let's begin. You start off with a trailer of Sonic and a few other characters in a race. They're speeding, they're trying to overcome each other, and all of a sudden somebody manages to pass them and catches up to Sonic. And that would be...
Trying to crash another party, love?
Tracer from Overwatch. This is legit a rep that I don't think anybody is like hugely asking for and is in demand or anything, but it's one that I could see like a lot of people going, yeah, that makes sense. Like Overwatch was a huge deal back in 2016, still kind of is, and has some fantastic character designs, and why not put the flagship face that is on the box art of the game. She would also be a new female rep, which this Fighter's Pass would have a ton of. And fun fact about Overwatch connecting to Nintendo, there was actually the announcement of Overwatch coming to the Nintendo Switch the same day that they announced the expansion of the Fighter's Pass. So again, this isn't a likely thing, but that's just a neat coinkydink. But let's get to character number 2. Fox is in a fight with his rival Wolf or some kind of bout with Falco. I don't know. There's some kind of sci-fi fight going on. And all of a sudden, we see a ship or a rift in time happen as they drop off our next contender.
We want you!
Ratchet and Clank. Now, on a personal level, I would actually be totally cool with this. Ratchet & Clank is not a character I personally want a lot, but it is a character pair that I freaking love the idea of being in Smash. It would be another 3D animal-like character and just kind of could be a lot of fun. It'd be a shooter/platform rep, which we don't really have in Smash Bros. There's not much shooter rep period in these new DLC characters. But the biggest feat about this one that would make people go, no freaking way, is this is a PlayStation first party character. We would finally get some kind of PlayStation character in Smash Bros. And if any of them were to show up, yes, God of War, like Kratos, that would be the biggest deal, but Ratchet and Clank would be great too. I mean, heck, he was around that era that, you know, Crash, Sonic, Mario, they were starting to work their way up, and Ratchet started showing up with the PS2, and that was a great time. You're gonna dip out of this video, this next one, I guarantee, but man, just listen to the hypothetical possibility here. We see a bunch of Mii fighters assaulting Mario and friends, and as they are at their very end of the rope, we get a new hero that jumps in to save them. Mr. Geno. Now, okay, hold on. This is about surprising characters. A lot of people deconfirmed Geno when the Mii Fighter outfit showed up. He's got a spirit in the game too, but that Mii Fighter outfit, that just basically confirmed Geno's out, right? What if this happened? Nintendo knows, they have to know that Geno is a big pick and Sakurai wants him in the game and 2 stuff. So what if they did want to continue this trend of this pass just being complete shock values and not what everybody's talking about? And they didn't want Geno to be just that obvious contender in it. So they put out that Mii Fighter costume that's literally the same one from the Wii U to literally just fake us out. They literally just did it to fake us out. And they're just like, hey, let's do this to make them not think that Geno's gonna be in. But we're gonna save him for the very last character and just go, gotcha, bitch! I gotta admit, like, that would be one hell of an April Fool's. In fact, if they announce this, they should do it on April Fool's Day. Like I think that'd be hilarious. Again, this is not likely things that are to happen. I'm just saying things that would make us legitimately be like, no freaking way. But let's get back to other things that you haven't heard a million times before. We get another trailer that is themed around fighting games, and our fighting game characters are waiting for the next opponent. Ryu, one of the flagship faces of Capcom, sees his next opponent entering the ring, and that would be one of the flagship characters of the Tekken series. Jin Kazama. Nobody asked for this, but it would be a character that fighting game fans would recognize, similar to Terry Bogard. You know, that is a character that a lot of people were like, who? And while there are a lot of people that would make more sense than Jin, nonetheless, Jin is a big name in the Tekken franchise, which is one of the biggest fighting game franchises ever, and it would have the great possibility of another Street Fighter versus Tekken situation in this game. And not only would we get a new fighting game rep, but also somebody from Bandai Namco themselves. There would be a lot of spirit and Mii potential. Heihachi is already a Mii fighter in the game, but there's still a lot of Tekken characters that they could bring into this. I'm not saying it's likely. It would just be a pick that people would go, okay, that makes sense. I didn't want this, but it makes sense. For the 5th character I got, we get into a contest of muscles as Simon, Donkey Kong, etc., or I don't know, they're just having an arm wrestle or something. And as they're overcoming each other, one wins, and a pat on the back comes from our new character, Ring Fit Adventurer. I truly believe that there will be another Nintendo rep on this pass, but this is not necessarily the person I think would be the most likely one, but I think a lot of people would be shocked and again be like, who the hell is this son of a bitch? To be honest, I would actually be really cool with it. I've been playing Ring Fit Adventure the past 4 months, and honestly, he would have a cool moveset, but we're not here to talk about why I would like him in the game. We're here to talk about how unexpected that would be as a pick, but yet also pretty cool. It would be a promotional pick for Nintendo to promote this game that is everlasting. Honestly, everybody should get Ring Fit Adventure, and I think Nintendo would want to continuously promote that. It's an $80 game, and it's also a character in terms of design that would be honestly really cool in Smash. They would have mechanics that would honestly, hopefully, like entice people. Hey, yeah, you don't know me, but guess what? I can actually play really creatively using this ring and all these different colored moves, blue, yellow, and red. And I feel like at least a hardcore Nintendo peeps would at least kind of like recognize him, potentially. Like, not like know who he is, but be like, wasn't that from that one game Nintendo tried to do? Plus there's some great potential for like a Ring Fit Adventure and Wii Fit Trainer like part in the trailer reveal too. But to be honest, there's one trailer reveal I think could be like one of the coolest reveals, period. Like, even though I wouldn't want this character super badly, I gotta admit, this character I'm about to say would make for one of the biggest fan service trailers, period. We start a trailer with that same Rivals reel we've seen before. It cuts out and we see Pikachu coming out of its Pokeball to get into a battle, maybe some other Pokemon in the background, I don't know. And we don't know who Pikachu's going against. But all of a sudden we see some flames that Pikachu manages to dodge, and out of the flames comes Agumon. Did Agamon originate from a video game? Yes, technically so. There was such a thing called like Pocket Monsters or something like that that he came from, just as the Pokemon anime came from, you know, Pokemon Red and Blue or whatever. They both came from some digital Pocket Monsters game, and that could make for one hell of a reveal trailer. Just seeing, finally, Pokemon versus Digimon. It would be another neat Bandai Namco rep that honestly I could really get behind as some kind of evolution-like character. That mechanic alone could be something that like, be like, I don't want Agumon, but then like a lot of Smash characters, you see the gameplay for the character and instead think, there's actually some really cool potential there. He goes from like Agumon to Greymon to Metal Greymon to War Greymon, and it just progresses as, you know, he damages people or he gets damaged. And he is apparently a most demanded person from Europe, so while not a lot like the general Smash audience is talking about him, he's still like in the conversation, kind of like Sephiroth was and Steve as well, but nope, just all of a sudden, hey, you probably closest thing to Goku, honestly, because I feel like a lot more people know him from the Digimon anime than actual gaming. And again, these are not predictions, but just to dabble into more for funsies, whatever. The 3 that I would find most likely, honestly, I would say Tracer, because again, I think that was a neat quinkadink that they announced this new pass when the same day they announced Overwatch and Switch. To be honest, I have a feeling, like, I legitimately think this Geno fake out could be a thing. I'm not gonna hold out hopes for it or nothing, as I don't think you should, but just, I think that would be a massive what the frick moment. And Ring Fit Adventurer. I think Ring Fit Adventurer, honestly, like, for some reason, it just sounds like Nintendo would do that. But again, I don't think the 3 of those are gonna happen. Maybe one of them, maybe, but I just don't think that This is just for fun. The 3 that I personally would want most, like if I could choose from these 6, for sure, Ratchet and Clank. I think they would be super cool in Smash Bros. Agamon, believe it or not. I think Agamon could be really cool, and like I said, lots of fan service moment with Pokemon versus Digimon, and the evolution mechanic could be really cool. And I really do want to see this fake out with Geno, because I think that Twitter, the Smash community would explode, not only for Geno being in the game, but also like Big Trick does. The question I have is, who is someone that would be a big WTF to you? A big surprise that isn't somebody that you really want or think is likely. It's just somebody that you're like, I could picture them doing this, and I would be so in shock if they did. Or let me know if any of these characters kind of tingles your jingles, or would, you know, just any thoughts you have on the video. I want to chat with you in the comments, and make sure you subscribe if you want more Smash content and for fun discussions and hype building. Thanks for watching. Be geek, be proud, be awesome.